Apparently, I'm not weird. In my videos, I share a lot about how I reduce waste and save money. I even brought you to my parents' home to show you how I was raised. And then I read the comments. You guys basically said I'm not weird and do these things too. You shared so many habits I've never even thought about. Today we're sharing 10 of the most weirdest waste reducing tips according to my comments section. Some I already do, some made me think that's actually genius, and some we're gonna try for the very first time. So apparently, I'm not weird. I just found my people. Hi, my name is Christine. I talk about frugal, mindful living with a splash of eco-friendly. Welcome to my little corner of the internet. And disclaimer, our house is still very, very messy because we are in the middle of renovations. It's taking a lot longer than we thought. So not only in the comment section, you guys were sharing tips, but you guys were going into your background. It was really interesting to see that people were saying they're born like this or they're raised this way because of where they live. Lots of people were from Asia, parts of Europe. I'm from North America, and overconsumption is a big, big topic. People always push to get the latest thing because it seems like everything older is obsolete. Even looking on social media, anywhere in the world, you see influencers pushing a luxe lifestyle, something that doesn't seem attainable. I prefer dialing it back, appreciating what I already have, but just making the most out of everything. I think it's a much better way of living. It's about being grateful for what I can afford and what I can have and extending its life. It just feels like this life is more creative and it's more attainable. Let's get into the video. Some tips are really, really interesting. Using the back of an envelope is an amazing idea. My mom used to do this. It just brings me back to when I was young. Back then, we didn't have phones that you can walk around the house or cordless phones. They were stuck in one location, and my mom used to cut the envelopes where it was blank. She would make a little notebook by stapling it, and whenever we were on the phone and we had to write some notes, we didn't have to tell people to hold on, I'm gonna get a piece of paper. It was right there, all little scraps. So it's fun that she made a notebook out of scrap materials that was completely free. Somebody else was saying that they used the back of cereal boxes to make flashcards. I would have loved to do that for my kids when they were really young, to make free flashcards. That's actually a great idea for my son. He's in college. That would be great for him to learn how to memorize things really fast. What I did with the cereal boxes when the kids were young is I kept them in a little stash, and they would use them to do art, create art. They drew a lot of cars on them and they cut them up into different little shapes. It was a great way to be creative with what you already have, not having to go spend extra money. They have so much imagination. It was fun to have that as something they could do on their spare time. We also used yogurt containers for them to create pieces of art with. Someone was saying that they use tea bags to create art. They would use blueberry teas or strawberry teas and just stamp them on their stationery. In the past, I used to cut little pieces of beetroot, just rub them onto my lips and my cheeks. It would create a free lip stain or makeup. I think you could also do that with blueberries, strawberries, coffee grounds, avocado pits, just rubbing them on your face, or even rubbing them on stationery paper. It's just a free way to create art with using fruit or vegetable or things you have in the kitchen. The upside down bottle trick, putting it into a vase, olive oil, lotion, any type of bottle that you can't get to the end, and it's gonna get every last drop. I live in Canada. This is what I do. We get maple syrup in a can, and when it's almost empty, I'm gonna dump it upside down into my chasen. This is for matcha. It's gonna collect a little bit of maple syrup, whatever that's left, and I'm gonna make my matcha directly into this. No waste. Even if I'm saving 50 cents or 30 cents, I'm still saving. I paid for it, so might as well get every last drop. For creams and serums, I like to place it in a shallow dish like this, so that way you can catch the product, because I find in a more narrow kind of vase, it's hard to put your hand to get the product. So this way it drips all into this tray, and then I can put it on my face. And I have so much product left for about maybe 2 or 3 times. Absolutely no waste. I had to include this one, making potato peel with the peels of potatoes chips. This way, at the end of the day, I can have chips and I can also have fries. That's an amazing way to reduce waste, because usually I just put this into my compost bin. What I did is I got my kids to peel them. I put them in some cold water to remove as much starch as I could. Then I pat them dry, put a bit of oil, salt, pepper, and garlic salt, and then we're gonna air fry them. I'm gonna try air frying them for 10 minutes, shaking them, and then 10 minutes again. I'm so excited to see what they taste like. All crispy. Now for the taste test, here are the chips. The crunch. I love them. The person said they also do this with squash peels. In fall, I usually have a lot of pumpkins, so I'm gonna see if I can do this with pumpkin skins too. Bread bag as a cover for your bowl. I have these silicone covers, and to be honest, I don't always have them on hand. Sometimes when I pull too hard, they do break. What's even better is using what you already have. What I do over here in Canada, we have milk in a bag. The bag is very, very sturdy. I cut them open and I can place it on anything that I want to cover, like my maple syrup. And I'll just put the plastic bag on top and put an elastic, and I have a free cover. Yes, bread bags, any bags, they can become free covers for anything you want to cover. And yes, any bag that you can that's sturdy enough, we do keep. I keep all of my bags over here in this drawer. Thick bags we get for free. Any kind of bag, it's going to be placed in this drawer. And if I need a bag, if I need a quick plastic bag, I have it over here. Some were saying to put a bucket in your shower. This way, when you're heating up your water, it doesn't go down the drain. You can fill this container and then you can use it in your garden. I'm gonna try it for the first time and I'm gonna see how much water I collect before it gets hot. So here is my bucket. Usually I put my shower to about this. Let me put it here. It's warm enough now. That was about a minute and it collected, I'd say, almost a whole index finger of water. I'm going to use it in my garden now. My cedar hedges need water and I don't have to turn on my hose. This one is a really fun one I got in my comment section. Somebody said that they bury it into the ground like an old mayo container, but made holes at the bottom right before, and then just like filling it with water, and it will slowly irrigate. Is that what it's called? Slowly water your plants whenever it needs to be. I do something similar, especially when I'm on vacation. I get old wine bottle or liquor bottle, fill it with water, put it upside down into the ground, and then it will slowly water my plants, especially when I'm gone, or if it's really, really hot outside and you can't be watering your plants all the time. Just put these in my garden and my plants are happy. And it's true, old yogurt containers can be used to start seeds. It's great for the garden to get free little pots. Also, old clamshells, these were strawberries. You can plant your seeds in there. And what I do is I like to take old mushroom containers. This one contained mushrooms, and now it starts little, cuttings of my bok choy. Place a bit of water, and then in a few days, I can plant these in the garden. I loved all of these tips. It made me think, maybe we're not weird. Maybe we're just frugal. Let me know if you have other frugal tips to share with me. I love reading the comments. And if you like this video, you probably like the video where I'm at my parents' place to show you how I was raised, a frugal living lifestyle, or my weird tips that I do to reduce waste. Remember, frugal living isn't about losing joy. It's about making room for more of it.